mean in. I am riding my electric bike around town that God told me to buy. I met God last year in 2017 when He handed me the light of God in August and then told me to move out the city. Armageddon's here. Armageddon's here. So I'm riding around the little town that I'm in, enjoying the last days without nuclear rain. God said what it means by evil reign for 1,000 years. It's not a man, it's the rain itself as evil, because nuclear rain will rain down upon the earth for 1,000 years and a third of the world. So what's going to happen is the cities are going to get bombed, and then the nuclear rain is probably going to rain out 150 miles past every city that there is. I'm guessing 200 miles out. I don't know. I'm reading up on nuclear explosions and that, and it's pretty bad. And when a bunch of bombs go off at once, it's going to basically nuclear rain almost, well, around the world, a third of it. So a city gets hit here and there, a whole bunch of cities, like when we lay waste to North Korea, the fallout from Russia and into China is what's going to happen. And they're going to suffer the fallout from the missiles we shoot over there and lay waste to North Korea. And over here, the cities are going to blow. And then, well, a third of America is going to suffer the fallout from the cities that get hit. My guess is 15 to 20 of our cities get nuked, as my guess. Because God said He's got over 100 nuclear missiles, and God said He couldn't predict evil, so He didn't know Himself how many cities were going to get destroyed. And a bomb, a nuclear bomb, is evil, and we're going to be knocking them out the sky until our fleet gets laid waste too, and then they're going to get through, because He fires thousands of dummy missiles up in the air at the same time as He lays waste to our fleet. So God said, you know, He just knows a third of the world is going to be laid waste too. So I'm guessing like 10% or 5% of the world, let's say 5%, gets actual nuclear detonation. And then 10% of the radiation is my guess. Because you take the size of North Korea and you take the size of a third of America, and then you take those two spots being hit, you know, let's say that's 5% of the world. Now you add 25% of the world to that, and that is how much nuclear destruction there'll be when the war starts. So I'm just enjoying riding around the city, like I said, before everything gets shitted up and there's nuclear rain everywhere. I know it's coming because, once again, I met God last year, and He handed me the light of God, and then He told me to move out the city, you know, which I was living in South Florida. I moved from South Florida out of the city, and God told me to move out to the countryside, so I live out in the countryside, and I live near a small town. So I can ride my bike through the small town in like minutes, you know, and then I live on the outside of the small town. Way. I think I'm 600 miles from the nearest city. I think that's about the length that I'm from. I think it's about 600 miles of me being close to any city. I think Omaha is the closest city here. I think. I'm not sure. But I think Omaha is the closest city to where I'm at. This is a small town where I'm at. Through the streets and just having a good time. riding around, checking everything out, you know. Yeah, having fun before nuclear rain around the world happens. It's a beautiful summer's day. It's beautiful outside. I mean, it does get cold up here where I'm at. It is going to get cold. They have, I think, 4 seasons, you know. But moving to Canada's not going to get hit. They're not going to have nothing to do with it. Moving into Canada would be a good move. I just moved to where God told me to move, outside of the cities. God had a certain place for me to move, and I moved there. But God told me to tell everyone, any city will do, as long as you're way outside of a city. Because what will happen is when the bombs do blast, you'll be outside the city and you won't get none of the fallout in that, and you'll be living in the countryside, and then you'll be able to move. According to which cities get hit, you'll know over a few months period which way to move and how to get around the cities that have been destroyed, because the satellites and everything are going to stay on, and the TVs are going to come back on, and the phones are going to come back on, and the computers, everything's going to come back on, God said. And some spots, it's never going to be lost. And some spots, it's going to be lost forever. It's basically like that. And in between, that's how it's going to happen. Where I'm at, we're not going to get hit with any nuclear missiles here. But I'm guessing we do lose power, and I'm guessing we do lose internet and all that for a week. I'm guessing, or more. I don't know, but my guess is, if I had to guess, we'll probably lose power for a week everywhere. And the United States, I think, is going to lose power. When the grid goes down, the pulses from these nuclear missiles are really, really, really bad, and they destroy a lot of stuff. I'm hearing they burn up a lot of phones. So, and a lot of places, the power might come back on, but nobody has a phone that works, outside the city where the line is, where the nuclear radiation line is, and you just happen to be lucky that your house is a mile past that blast, and now you can move. And the city that you lived outside of is destroyed, laid waste to. It's nothing but a big crater. God said we push all the bodies that are left, all the skeletons and left from the bodies, and all the houses that are left into the big craters, and we spray stuff in them with it, and to help kill the radiation. That's what God told me. That's what we do, with these big giant machines we got. Sorry, man. We both can't do it at the same time. God said we spray that stuff in there, to kill all the radiation. We have stuff to spray in them. So it's me just riding around on a summer's day, enjoying what I can left of post-Armageddon. Armageddon's here. Armageddon's here. You heard it here first. Oh, heaven, dear. Armageddon's here. I met God last year, and God saved my life. And it's not going to be pretty. Armageddon is here. We get sneak attacked by North Korea. I'm just taking in the breeze and enjoying riding around on the bike God told me to buy. He told me to buy an electric bike. And he told me to buy an electric car, and he told me to buy a wind turbine generator outside of a small town that I'm living in. And I love it. I'm back to hunting, fishing. My imprint, I have no more imprint anymore. Besides the canned goods that I bought, I don't have an imprint anymore. The little bit of food that I still buy, I buy it, and I burn the paper, a cardboard, or that, and I may have a little grocery bag of trash once a week that I go in town and throw in the dumpster. Just a little bitty carry-out Walmart bag once a week. I may have that much, and it's cans. You know, that's all it is. So once my canned goods are gone, I got enough canned goods. I guess my canned goods will last me a few years. You know, I bought them on sale real cheap. So I bought a lot of canned goods. Because they last 3 years, I hear. So I didn't buy too many. I bought enough of what I'll eat that was on sale. A few cases of this, a few cases of that. You know, to have that I'll eat over time. The main thing is ramen noodles and rice and stuff like that, and instant potatoes, because you can make a meal with it. You can kill an animal and you can feed a lot of people with like one rabbit and a box of mashed potatoes. You'd be surprised how many people you can feed. You can feed like 50 people. Seriously, because you really don't need that much to eat to survive for 3 days. So if everybody had a little cupful of that, they'd survive for 3 days of that one meal. You can feed 50 people, you know, just off of one box of instant mashed potatoes and a rabbit. You can feed that many people. And I know it don't sound like a lot of food, but when there is no food, a cup of food with a little piece of meat and the rest of it mashed potatoes, trust me, is enough to keep you going for a few days, you know. So I bought food like that that'll last, you know. Like I said, Armageddon's here. We get sneak attacked by North Korea, and you know, God said, "Whole heaven dear." It's not the end, it is the beginning of beautiful heaven on earth. It only takes one day. 24 hours in heaven is 1,000 years on earth. So it only takes one day, guys. And we have the place cleaned up. Swagadelic beaming out.